morning, Bande Gatram. Welcome all of you. So this morning we are going to discuss a great topic that is on death and karma. So two terms are used here. We are just going to analyze two words. That is one is death and another is karma. The thing is that how they are of course related with each other. That is the topic of discussion we are going to discuss right now, and everything must be discussed from of course from Sri Aurobindo. So this philosophy, we know it is very simple matter. We have taken this topic again often and often, maybe more than hundreds of topics we have discussed on death, and among those various topics, some we have correlated with karma phala, karma birth, karma this intake, and of course this rebirth. Sri Aurobindo quotes, death and birth and death are the ceaseless iterations cause. Ceaseless iterations cause, it is something like a mathematical term we have known. This is iteration. So this is a glorious topic we are going to discuss right now. How Sri Aurobindo explains, of course, we know death is a necessity. Many ways Sri Aurobindo in Savitri he has quoted beautifully. Death is the spirit's opportunity. Second, death is the instrument of perpetual life, and later Sri Aurobindo quotes, death is the passport to immortality. Many ways we have known death is the that is requirement. So when this death really comes, there are two words. One is actually body, another is consciousness, physical consciousness. Actually, when the consciousness is actually it has soared high, and the body is unable to synchronize with this elevated consciousness, so that time actually the this body wants to live, and it must await and for the and expect a second and a new body in terms of rebirth and all. So this is the topic we are going to take and discuss from Sri Aurobindo. How already we have known Basansi jirna nijatha bihaya navani grunhanti naruparani tada sarirani bihaya jana ekajin. So this is the same thing we know. This as the old dress is discarded by people and they use the new dress. So like this old body must be discarded, it must be dissolved, so that a new body come and it must take place of the old and the discarded body. Of course, people are least concerned, they don't know, unaware of the concept of death. See, as already in Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Sri Aurobindo, Sri Krishna Sri Krishna tried to explain Sri Arjuna. Then what is the real concept of death? You see, he told, I have taken many births, and so also Arjuna. Arjuna has accompanied Sri Krishna in many lives. But problem is that Arjuna has forgotten everything, and Sri Krishna is a Jatasmara, he remembers. Everything is there because he is an incarnation, divine incarnation of the overmind. So again, we must be able to know that the problem here starts. Actually, people are unaware of this system of death, so they fear. Initially, we have discussed the 11 causes for which men really fear death. That is the topic. That is actually actually a glorious topic in many ways, in many angles, in many terms we have discussed. Of course, in English we have discussed. Of course, in Odia also we have discussed this one. Again, we'll go and see the spontaneity, how it expects actually. We have taken so many bars. Like Arjuna has forgotten, Sri Krishna has remembered. So also it is our case. We have also taken many births. The problem is that already the past is forgotten. How many births, in which system, in which way, in which format we have taken birth, that is forgotten. And of course, later, after this life, also so many sequential births will come, rebirth will come. We don't know how much we will go and where will be the end. Still, then, people these ignorant people who are normally they do, they feel they have forgotten the past. They are unaware, least aware of the future, what is going to happen, about the rebirth and all. They feel this life is the end and everything is only centered here only. That is the, so they don't want to leave this body, and they don't want to deserve this life mechanism. That is the criteria. That is what is here in the course. Among the seven ignorance, sevenfold of ignorance, it is one of them. My lives were there, and the rebirth, with respect to the rebirth, other lives, many lives will come later on, but people think this is all. For that, actually, they lament. But anyway, we are concerned with death and karma. Steer in the course. Death is a universal force, very prominently and very clearly, in a crystal clear manners here in the try to explain us. Death is a universal force. The happening or change called death. Very interesting. The happening, what is happening here, and what is the change with this? What is happening? That is simply one result of the working of this force. What is this force? This death is a universal force. What is happening here? What is change is going to happen? Everything with respect to this change and happening, that is the result of the working of this force. No doubt of it. Very glorious, very brilliant lines here have been quoted. Again, Sri Aurobindo tries to explain us in his own terms, in his own philosophy. Sri Aurobindo tries to quote, most people die before the vitality of the body is exhausted. There is a vitality of the body, and when it is exhausted, we know people die. That brings death for us. In terms of other Sri Aurobindo's quotings, we have seen the centralized force, that is actually keeping all together, everything is together, keeping together. And when this centralized force, it actually which actually forms the entire body, when it actually withdraws, it gets, then what happens? Things get the term of effects like death. And again, we know there is a mechanical centralization. We know with the centralization mean to keep everything united under a single tag. When really what happens? When you withdraw, when this mechanical centralization turns to the mechanical decentralization, means the combining the binding force, when it actually leaves the binding, when it actually of course it actually withdraws, then it gets mechanically decentralized. It's the being spectral here and there. With this mechanical decentralization, there is life, and with this mechanical decentralization, everything turns, things fall apart, and we face as death. We know that is death. Though Sri Aurobindo went one step forward. This mechanical centralization must be replaced by the something, a higher force, and this spiritual centralization, it will replace the mechanical centralization, which will take us, carry us, and elevate us, lead us towards a step towards immortality. Here Sri Aurobindo quotes, many people die before the vitality of the body is exhausted. Before the vitality of the body is exhausted, before it, many die. It is due to many causes. What are the real causes so that this vitality of the body is getting exhausted? Sri Aurobindo quotes, causes are many. Number one is destiny prepared by the past lives related to karma. Second, and another inner purpose or utility of the present life being completed. Number one is destiny prepared by past lives. Number two, for the inner purpose. Then next, utility of the present life being completed. So these are the factors which bring really the real cause of death. The before this, what's here Aurobindo has initially quoted. Many people die before the vitality of the body is exhausted. Okay, but there are subtle and secret reasons. These three reasons what Sri Aurobindo has quoted. Number one is destiny prepared by the past lives, that karma vaga. Second, some inner purpose. Third, utility of the present life being completed. So for that, actually, it needs elevation. It needs, of course, your evolution. So there are some other regions, that is subtle and secret regions, like accidents, violence, like this. So for that also death comes and other causes. They are only external machineries here in the course. But internal reason, all the three but has been described above. Destiny prepared by past lives, inner purpose, utility of the present life being completed. These are the reasons there in the course, inner, external, and internal. Again, again, Sri Aurobindo tries to quote somebody passed away, somebody died. Sri Aurobindo quotes he is of sattvic nature. We have got three natures: sattvic, tamasic, and rajasic. Sri Aurobindo quotes he died of the sattvic. He was a person of course, she was a lady. It was sattvic nature, but not strong, vital. Nature is sattvic, but vitality is not strong, somehow weak, which works towards the successful and fortunate life. Vital helps, but it needs a stronger vital, but his vital was a little bit weaker. Or opening to a higher light. Again, sattvic nature, he was not had no strong vital. That was the main cause of concern. Second, no opening to the higher light. Her mental upbearing and the surroundings stood against that. Another factor. Number one, that what was she was of sattvic nature, no doubt of it. But problem is that weak vital. Then second, which actually helps towards the successful and fortunate life. Second, no opening towards the higher light. That was the second condition. Her mental upbearing and surroundings stood against that. That was the another cause. And she herself was not ready. That was the fourth cause. These four causes are instrumental, actually, they brought her pathetic end. Her early death, because she died early. Early death with much suffering, not only death, but actually there was a lot of suffering in her, may have been the result of the past influence, past or prenatal. Here they uses the term prenatal or past influences, or they have been chosen by her own psychic being. Maybe for the past natal being, past natal influences, or due to the choice of the psychic being as a passage towards the higher state for which she was not yet prepared. Actually, she was not prepared, but the psychic wants him for that. That suffering was came. That was the major criteria, and towards which she was moving. Very clear, very fantastically clear in the course. Already we have seen taken the example. As from that example, somebody actually he was forbidden to drive, because if somehow he wants to drive, then naturally death will be the inevitable end. But actually he drove, there was an accident, and he was about to die, but his soul came and approached the mother, requested, my job, my work is not over, how shall I die? Then mother told, okay, you do one thing. In your mother's womb, one kid is actually in one infant, fetus, one infant is actually growing. You go, mother directed his soul towards that one, and he took birth. Now itself he is serving the ashram. Very great story, and of course, he is a very great soul. So that was the factor we have already seen. Again, this is no non-fulfillment of her capacity would be final tragedy if there is actually this life alone. It is life alone, it is not possible. She has passed towards the psychic sleep. She has, of course, beautifully. She has passed towards the psychic sleep to prepare her life to come for the another life, for the rebirth she is going, and that is the problem. Problem is that not prepared. Problem with that her weak vital. Another problem, no opening to the higher force. Then another problem, mental upbearing and the surroundings stood against that. So without preparation, he has passed. That was the criteria. Almost everything was almost non-developed. Again, the result of past prenatal influence or choice by the psychic being, it became instrumental for him. Then we come for the karma bhada. We know for your good karma, sukarma, you are you leading a good life, and for this sukarma, you will also get another good life in the next rebirth. So for your karma, good karma, you are awarded twice. For your bad karma, you are suffering now, and also you will suffer in the next birth. So you are punished twice. So here in the courts again, somebody's death of his new nephew. All family members are in obscurities and imperfections. That was the terms here in the using, obscurities and imperfection. It was the part of his own karmas here in the course. Each person has his own destiny and follows its line. Destiny is there. The goal, the road thou choosest, that is your goal. The destiny is chosen, and the line is followed. And of course, in certain family and certain relations are only the temporary incidents. So, like we are traveling in a train, whose their relation is temporary, whose stoppage will come, he has to get down, he has to take a say a goodbye. The sadhaka, for the so far the sadhakas are concerned, they must be free from attachments and regard these happenings or as ordeals, because we know for the sadhakas this ordeal is endless. For the to obtain a spiritual degree, it needs lots of tests and exams. So these ordeals we have to face to pass with equality and the faith in the divine. We must pass. There is no other go, but we must pass with the equality and the faith in the divine, doing his best for those who are in his charge, but not be disturbed by the results, because the results will come. It is the divine choice. It is the psychic choice. So it will leave thy works result to its omnipotence, and everything will change in the course of time. In its follow, it will follow its own course. Lastly, during the course, nothing to grieve on the death, because it is passing over another country. Once we are moving from one country to another country, it needs the visa, it needs the passport. Like this, death is the passport to immortality. Nothing to worry. As during the already we have known one small kid, it is actually growing up, something like once it will get its youth, then actually this old age, like this. So if you see that is his growing means he is dying, that is actually one laughing stock. So it has to probably to go from upon, then during the course, no, as long as one has attachment, one ought to look like that. There must be, for the sadhakas, there must be no attachment. Attachment to the past ties should be overcome. Vande Mataram.